everyone, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet, and today we are talking about hair. I don't actually talk about hair all that much on my channel. I don't know why. I'm actually a licensed cosmetologist, so I know a lot about hair. But for some reason, makeup just always seems to take priority. What can I say? I'm feeling very summery today. I have my hair slicked back in a bun. If you want to know how to do this sort of quick and easy bun tutorial, I'll leave a link below. If you like my necklace here, which is daisies, which feels very summery, it's actually from a recent Bauble Bar haul, and I will actually link the video for that haul below. And if you want to keep up with all of my videos, then please subscribe so we can be YouTube friends. I would love you forever if you do that. And I have actually been getting quite a few new subscribers, so I want to welcome everybody here. And today we're talking about hair. This is actually a requested video. I had some requests for hair tools, like different tools like blow dryers, straighteners, curling irons, that kind of stuff. And that stuff is a little difficult for me to do comparison reviews of because it gets expensive to collect all of the different products. So until companies start sending me free stuff, which if you'd like to, just let me know. I'd love free stuff. But I decided to actually just show you what I use and kind of explain to you kind of what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and what you should look for when you're looking for some of these products. Now, full disclosure, like I said, I am a cosmetologist, so I do get most of my hair products and hair tools at a professional discount, so I don't necessarily pay full price. But some of this stuff, especially when you start getting into like, you know, straighteners, blow dryers, curling irons, some of them can get really pricey, even for professionals. For the most part, I don't shop for hair tools and hair products at drugstores. Love drugstores for makeup and sometimes for skincare. I think they can be really great, but for me, coming from working in a hair salon, like, for some reason, I just cannot get into buying products for my hair at the drugstore. I think that's because when you use professional level products, your standards are just so high. So I will warn you when it comes to this stuff, some of it is expensive. I have a very high standard for it. So I will show you the products, but I will also kind of explain to you what I think you should look for so that if you want to try to find something maybe a little less expensive, you'll kind of be able to shop a little bit smarter. Now, I actually forgot to grab my combs, but to be honest, combs are combs. Like, they're not anything that I think you need to spend a whole lot of money on. Everyone should have, as a basic sort of comb wardrobe, a wide tooth comb for untangling your hair after your shower, when your hair's wet. Don't ever brush your hair when it's wet. I know there are some like detangling brushes. I just don't do it. Wide tooth comb is the best and safest and healthiest way to detangle your hair when it's wet. I also think like a fine tooth comb can be nice for parting your hair. You can also use a rat tail comb, but just sort of a basic sort of, you know, your basic like school picture day comb or something. I don't even know if they still give out combs at school picture day, but they used to when I was a kid. Like, you got like a free comb because they had to use a different comb on every kid because of lice and all that kind of, we don't even want to talk about that. I would say a wide tooth comb and a fine tooth comb, maybe a rat tail comb, all you need as far as combs, and you can just get those anywhere and I'm sure you'll be fine. Brushes are a different story. These are not all my brushes. I have so many hair brushes and I don't even use most of them. I will be totally honest with you. My hair is naturally very straight, but if I want to sort of smooth it out, make sure I get all the kinks out when I blow dry it, I like a paddle brush, and I like this one because it's pink. I feel like it helps smooth things out, and sometimes I don't want that bend in it that you get from the round brush. But if you need to straighten your hair, you definitely want to get a round brush. I would invest in something that is not going to pull on the hair. The longer your hair, the bigger the brush. Those are just some things to invest in. You want like a good blow dry brush if you're going to be blow drying your hair. This kind of doubles also as just like a detangling brush. I only use it on dry hair, but I will also use this sometimes if I just kind of want to brush my hair out. Which leads me to sort of my hair splurge, and this is actually really gross because it's got hair in it, but this is my Mason Pearson brush. I debated whether or not I wanted to spend the money on this. They are expensive. I will say I bought a cheaper one, which was like their travel size, like baby brush, which was less expensive, and I know for me, like if you have very fine hair, it might work. Like my mother has very fine hair and I bought her one of those and it works pretty well on her. But for me, even though my hair's not super long anymore, I have fine hair, but I have a lot of it. It was just like it didn't even touch my hair. Like it just wasn't enough. So I recommend if you have like anything but the finest, thinnest hair, you really have to get the full size. This is my first like boar bristle brush. This is not cruelty free, people, although I don't even want to know how they get the bristles, but this is a boar bristle brush, which is why it's so expensive. And I really like using this just like before I go to bed at night to just sort of brush out my hair. I wouldn't necessarily say this has changed my life, but I do really like it. And I have heard that other boar bristle brushes they can really hurt your scalp, and this one never hurts my scalp. I really like it, but I wouldn't say this is necessarily like a definite like must invest in product, but I like this. But honestly, before I bought this, I was basically using my paddle brush to just kind of brush my hair out at the end of the day to kind of, you know, detangle it, and this worked fine. So, you know, again, this is kind of like a luxury splurge if you want to try it. It's great, but you don't necessarily have to spend the money on it. Actually, what I use even more than my Mason Pearson brush is my new discovery, which is my Tangle Teezer, which I know, like, new discovery, people have been using this for a while, but mine has got so much hair in it. I shed hair like you would not believe. I really like mine. Again, it has this little sort of thing for travel. You can kind of clip it so the bristles are covered. It's just great for just sort of brushing through the hair. I'm losing little hairs everywhere. It's so great, and these are so cheap and you can get them almost anywhere. Pick one up and give it a try. You know, at the end of the day, I haven't heard anyone say anything negative about a Tangle Teezer. If you had a bad experience with them though, let me know. As far as hair accessories, I wore scrunchies for way longer than it was cool to wear scrunchies. Because here's the thing. Elastics really pull on the hair and scrunchies don't. And I really wish that they weren't so like taboo, although I think they're coming back. I wore them when they were definitely not in style. They're so gentle on the hair. You can wrap your hair in a bun. It doesn't get dented. It's just so great. My other like super duper like essential hair tool, if you ever pull your hair up, are these. I wish I could remember the name of these. I'm so mad. They're like these little clear springs. Oh my god. I will totally link below what the name of this is, but I'm like totally blanking on the name. I bought so many of these. They're traceless hair rings. They're just like clear. They don't pull on the hair because they're super smooth. My hair has gotten caught in them once in a while, but it's usually pretty easy to get the hair out even when it does get caught. They do stretch out, but I mean, I got these. I don't even know if you can buy these in drugstores. I imagine it's a drugstore product. I've never seen them there. I ordered mine on Amazon, but like you get like a pack of 3 for like, I don't even know, but it's like nothing. So these are just like so affordable, and I just stock up on them. Your hair doesn't get dented. It doesn't pull on the hair. Like these have been just my savior when it comes to pulling my hair up. Honestly, of all my hair products and tools and everything that I'm going to mention in this whole video, I feel like these are the things that I could not live without. Moving on to the big guns. We're talking blow dryers. I don't wash my hair every day, so I don't need to dry it every day. And I actually don't blow dry my hair every time I wash my hair. I really like to shampoo it and sort of wash it, condition it and everything in the evening. If it's right before I go to bed, sometimes I will just sort of hit it a little bit with a blow dryer to get some of the excess dampness out. But I like to kind of give it like the overnight to dry, and then the next day I'll style it. I try to do that more often because I've really been trying to cut back, because I actually do use curling irons quite a bit, which I will get to in a minute. So I kind of feel like the blow dryer and the curling iron, like the double styling, is a bit much. My mother blow dries her hair every day, and I mentioned this in my Mother's Day gift guide video. I did some research, so I wanted to get her a really good quality and sort of healthier for the hair blow dryer for a Christmas present. So I did a ton of research, and I actually found this, which is the SuperSolono 3500 LITE Ceramic Ionic Nano Tourmaline. Those are all things that you want to look for when you're looking for a blow dryer. They're healthier for your hair. This was a very pricey blow dryer. It was even pricey for me, and I bought this at like a professional beauty supply store that only sells to licensed professionals. And usually the stuff is cheaper, and it was still quite expensive. The reason I went with this one, and the reason I picked it out, and I mentioned this again in my Mother's Day gift guide video, is because this is the LITE. And this is supposed to be, I've never actually compared it, but it's actually supposed to be the weight of a water bottle. It was super important when I picked it out from my mother because my mother has a lot of arthritis in her hands. So if you are going to be doing a lot of blow drying, or maybe, you know, you have wrist problems or anything like that, I know I do from working in a hair salon. I have a lot of problems with my wrists and stuff. A LITE blow dryer is definitely something to look into. And when I actually did the research, this was the only one that really had everything that I wanted and was a LITE. Now again, this is my mother's, but I will admit I sneak it every once in a while when I blow dry my hair, which is not very often, but I do sneak this sometimes just to get a little bit of moisture out of my hair. The first time I used this actually to do like a full blow dry on my hair, which again I rarely ever do, but I did try it, and my hair had no signs of frizz. Like, there was absolutely no frizz at all. I will stand by that this is a very, very good blow dryer. Is it the best? Again, I haven't tried them all. This is very expensive though. So if you're not going to be blow drying your hair a lot, or you don't blow dry it every day, it might be a little bit more money than you need to invest in. But if being lightweight is important to you, then this is something to look into. I know that Solano is a great brand. Hot Tools is a great brand as well. It's usually cheaper. So those would be my tips for picking out a blow dryer. When it comes to hair straighteners, I would recommend pretty much the same thing when it comes out to picking out a blow dryer. I think I have some old hair straighteners like in storage because I feel like I've gotten some as like free gifts. Like, as a cosmetologist, you somehow like collect stuff that I'm like, I don't think I've ever actually purchased a hair straightener. If you do want to use a hair straightener and you want to straighten your hair every day, I would recommend looking into the same things as picking out a blow dryer. I do use curling irons, let me tell you. I have mounted a collection of curling irons that is like insane. But here's the thing, I use curling irons a lot. But I just want to share with you my two absolute favorites. This one was my loyal subject. I love this one. I actually, because I was using curling irons so much, I decided to upgrade from just my regular ordinary curling iron that I was using to getting one that I believe this is ceramic. This doesn't have a name on it. Yeah, this is my Ceramic Tools curling iron because I wanted it because it's safer on the hair. And I will say, my hair used to, I'm not even gonna lie, when I used to use my old curling iron that was just my regular ordinary curling iron, like, I'd put my hair on it, it would sizzle. I'm not gonna lie. Looking back on it, I'm like, what was I thinking? But this, you know, I have this on pretty hot and it does not, my hair doesn't sizzle. I'll try to find the name of this and put it in the description box below. This is actually this is what I'm used to. I'm way more comfortable with a clip curling iron, and this is what I use to just, like, if I want that like old Hollywood bombshell curls, or I want to do like a straight up like roller set, this is what I use. As far as modern curling irons, I ended up investing in the Sultra. I think this is their Bombshell clipless curling iron. I wasn't sure I was gonna like it because it comes with a glove. I was like, this is gonna fry my hair off. It doesn't have settings on it. It's pretty expensive, but I bought this because, you know what, everyone online said it was the best, so I decided to give it a try. I'm really glad I got this because I actually started using this more often than using this. This actually comes with a glove. I bought a glove because I didn't know it came with it, and then I found the glove in the pack. So if you do buy the Sultra, more likely than not, it will have the heat-proof glove in it, which is super important because I've burnt myself quite a few times on curling irons and you don't want to do it. Again, I think what you do to style your hair, it kind of determines what you need for hair products. However, I will say that I have these two and these are my most used products for me because this kind of gives me kind of that loose flowy wave look, and this kind of gives me my like bombshell curls, ironically because this is the Bombshell curling iron, but like this will give me my sort of like roller set retro bombshell curls, and this is a little bit more natural. I'm always more comfortable with the clip because this is what I learned on when I was in cosmetology school. And if you're gonna invest in a curling iron and you feel like you might want the clip or you might not, you know, you can always wrap your hair around this and use a clip curling iron as a clipless if you really want to. So if you can only invest in one curling iron and you want both, I would recommend maybe getting the clip and just using it like a clipless when you want a clipless. That would be my suggestion if you decide that you can only have one curling iron. If you can only have one heat tool, I could live without my blow dryer, to be honest with you, because I like to let my hair air dry. If you really feel like you need to blow dry your hair, then obviously you want to invest in a blow dryer. As far as, you know, your straighteners, your clipless, your clipped, as far as all that stuff when it comes to products, of course it depends on how you style your hair, but I've seen some amazing tutorials lately on curling your hair with a hair straightener. And I was always skeptical because I was like, why would you want to do that? Like, why wouldn't you just get a curling iron? I had no idea that it would come out so nicely because it's just not something I'd ever done. So to be honest, like, if you feel like you can only invest in one sort of, you know, heat tool product, and because you want to get like a really good quality one and you can only invest in one, I would actually say, even though I don't have a hair straightener, that might be your most versatile product. Again, if that's how you want something that will straighten your hair and you can let your hair air dry, which again, don't ever use any of these like curling iron straighteners. Don't ever use them on wet hair, please. You're just gonna fry your hair. If, you know, you want something that will straighten and curl and give you waves, and you know, you can just sort of let your hair air dry, investing in a straightener might be the way to go. And again, I would definitely recommend, look for the terms ceramic, ionic, tourmaline. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or anything about purchasing any of these hair tools, or you have a favorite hair tool, whether it be curling iron, straightener, blow dryer, or just any sort of hair accessory products that you really love, that you feel like have changed your life, I totally want to hear about them, so please leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up, and make sure you also do that if you want to see more videos like this, and to let YouTube know that I am not spam, because I'm not. I'm totally not spam. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we can be YouTube friends and stay in touch, because I would so love that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you join me next time.